Hello, I'm teacher Patricia, and today I want to talk about a book that made me think. This book has beautiful pictures too, but the first page is a little different. Let's have a look. When you see this picture, how does it make you feel? I see some things are missing here, and that makes me feel a little sad. Let's see what is missing. There once was a city without gardens or trees or greenery of any kind. Most people spent their time indoors. As you can imagine, it was a very dreary place. So no plants, no trees, no flowers, no people, and no color. Dreary means ugly or not very nice to look at, and maybe no life. So this place didn't have any life. The people were there, but you couldn't see them. They were inside. The name of this book is called The Curious Garden, and it's written by Peter Brown, and this is a picture of him. And he also draws the pictures in the book. Gardens are in many places. They are homes for trees, plants, and flowers. And they have color, and they're beautiful, and they're nice to look at. So they make us happy. And when we see them, we feel they look so nice. Can you think of any other ways that we use plants, or ways plants, trees, and flowers help us? Do you think we need them? One little boy in the story was named Liam, and he was different because he loved to go outside. He is curious because he loves finding new places and things. He walked every day, and one day he got a big surprise. Liam ran up the stairs, pushed open the door, and stepped outside onto the railway. The first thing he saw was a lonely patch of color. Wildflowers and plants were the last thing he expected to find up there. But when he took a closer look, it became clear that the plants were dying. They needed a gardener. A gardener is a person who takes care of plants. And wildflowers are flowers that grow without any help. They can grow where the seeds fall. So some plants can be wild or garden plants, and some can be both. Can you guess which ones are wild and which ones are garden plants and which ones are both? So these ones are wildflowers, and these ones are wild plants, but they're also garden plants because they can grow by themselves or they can grow in a garden. But these ones are a little more delicate, and they need more time and more care, and they need someone to watch them very closely. So they are called garden plants. So what do you think Liam decided to do? Liam is a very smart boy because he's very young, but he decides that he must help these flowers and keep them alive. So I think that is why he's very smart. He's very young like you, but he knows that he needs the plants, just like they need him. Liam may not have been a gardener, but he knew that he could help. So he returned to the railway the very next day and got to work. The flowers nearly drowned, and he had a few pruning problems, but the plants patiently waited while Liam found better ways of gardening. So when you have a garden, you are a gardener, and that means you're taking care of the plants. So that is what Liam did. So I think Liam was very smart, but I also think he was very brave because he's just a little boy and no one is helping him. But he decides he will become a gardener. Even though he doesn't know what to do, he learns. because he knows that we do need plants. He knows that we need plants to stay alive, just like they need us. We do need plants. We need them for food, and we need them for air, and we need them to breathe, and we need them to stay cool, and we need them for so many things in our environment. So when he became a gardener, he changed everything in his dreary home. And everything began to change, and he knew when he began, he didn't know he could make such a big difference. He just did what he knew he had to do. So I think he's also very, very brave, because he had to work very hard and many things went wrong. So at first he didn't know what to do, and the gardens didn't really like what he was doing, and they didn't even respond or grow. But after a while, they grew a lot, and he knew what he was doing. So he could change and become a gardener because he wanted to take care of those plants. So I think he's very smart, and he's very brave, and he's very strong, because he was alone and he was a little boy. But he did it anyway. So even 3 months, he had to wait for the snow to go. And when he returned, all the flowers, or almost all the flowers, had died. But he didn't give up, because he knew that our environment is very important, and without it, we can't live. So he tried very hard, and soon his flowers came back. So I won't tell you any more, because this story is really beautiful, and I hope you can read it for yourself. I hope you can read this book and find out how we can all save our plants and our environment and our world garden. Gardens need us to live, and we need them to live. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.